Good evening and welcome to the 6 o'clock evening news. I am Raymond Bell.
And I'm Everett Kelly.
There's still no Supreme Court nominee that the White House officials say, but they hope but can't guarantee that President Clinton will announce his selection by day's end. Earlier in the week, aides had been saying that a decision was imminent, but Clinton said yesterday he won't be rushed into making an announcement. And White House staffers have now backed off firm predictions. Press Secretary D.D. Myers says he'll have an announcement when he's ready. Officials said that there are still 3 finalists on Clinton's list: Interior Secretary Bruce Babbitt and federal judges Richard Arnold of Arkansas and Stephen Breyer of Massachusetts. The insurance industry is under attack for allegedly denying coverage to battered women. Women's rights activists say thousands of women have been rejected for health and life insurance coverage because of their beatings. The activists say the practice has discouraged some women from reporting from their abuse from doctors and police. Some insurance say their policies are meant to protect battered women by removing financial incentive from their attackers. The chairman of the House Criminal Justice Subcommittee has taken up the women's cause. Charles Schumer says he'll introduce legislation to stop discriminatory practices against battered women if insurance companies don't change their ways. Caterpillar is making an offer to end a long-running labor dispute. The company says it will withdraw its final contract offer to the United Auto Workers, but in return it says the union must agree after 30 days of contract talks. Its members will vote on whatever company offer is on the table. Union officials had demanded that Caterpillar withdraw the final offer. The company imposed its terms 2 years age after it crushed a 163-day strike. Union officials had no comment so far on today's developments. There have been no negotiations since June of 1992. And that concludes our news segment. We will be back with the sports from Eddie Jones. Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Red Raven Clipboard. I'm your host, Raymond Bell. With me here today is Skip Foster, the head football coach of the Red Raven football team. Skip, welcome to the show today.
Good to be here, Raymond.
Okay, tonight we're going to talk about last Saturday's game with Independence. We're also going to have our highlights from the Independence ball game. And Doug Harris will talk to Joe Perez, Dexter Hines, and JoJo Polk as they are our featured players of the week. And also Jay Wells will talk to Sean Cherico, our linebacker coach and equipment manager, and Greg Davis. And then we'll talk about this Saturday's game with Hutchinson. Last Saturday night, the Red Ravens fell victim to the county rival Independence with a 24-21 decision. Coach, your summary of the game overall.
Well, Raymond, I felt like it was probably our first game as a group that we did not come out and play sharp and polished. We made a lot of mental mistakes. At times we were playing hard, but and did some very good things. But overall, we just made too many mistakes against a team that was very well coached, very well prepared. We'll give a lot of credit to Independence the way they played. They did an outstanding job coming in here and playing hard, and we did it. We gave them some opportunities and they capitalized off of them. And when you do that in our conference, people are going to beat you. And I said it last week. If we prepare well and we execute, we'll beat Independence, and I firmly believe we would. We didn't prepare well. We weren't prepared going into the game to play against the intensity level that a team that was probably inferior to us in talent, and we just didn't do a very good job. So we've got to go back and regroup and reorganize and get prepared for Saturday night's game against Hutchinson.
Okay. Welcome back to the Red Raven Clipboard. Earlier this week, Jay Wells had a chance to talk with Sean Cherico. This is our linebacker coach, and Greg Davis, which is also one of our equipment managers. This weekend, the Red Ravens will go on the road once again as they travel to Hutchinson. This is Coach Martin Harold's second year there. And, Coach, your comments on this upcoming game this weekend?
Well, Hutchinson is a very strong program in our conference. They were ranked in the top 15 in the country prior to the season starting. They lost their second game of the year against Garden City. Martin Harold's the head coach there. He's done an outstanding job. They're 4-1 right now. They played pretty well. They played tough. They've become a lot more of a strong running team, a lot stronger running team than they have been in the past. And Martin's done a great job. It's a big challenge for us. Their kids are excited about the ball game. Last year, we came in here and we embarrassed them, and those kids remember that, and they're going to play excited and ready to go. Our kids have to go out and be ready to play in a wild game. It's going to be a tough Jayhawk Conference football game. So we've got to bow up and get it done.
Any special preparations or anything up for this game during practice this week? Or?
No, we've practiced basically the same way we have in the past. Hopefully we're going to be prepared and ready to go for the competition that we're going to face. Hutchinson's a good football team. Their kids are going to play with a lot of emotion, and we've got to step up to that challenge and be able to meet that challenge.
Okay. Other games this weekend: Fort Scott will go to Highland. That'll start at 1:30. Dodge City will travel to Air Force Prep, and that'll start at 7 o'clock. Garden City will go to Butler, and that'll be at 7:30. Haskell will come to Independence, and that will be at 7:30. And of course, Coffeyville will head to Hutch, and that'll start at 7:30 all this Saturday. Skip, do you have anything to add before we wrap up here?
No, not really. I think that several teams are still jockeying for positions. I don't know if Butler's got the strength of a team to be able to handle Garden City, but I tell you what, it's they came back with a big victory over Fort Scott, handled Fort Scott very well. I haven't seen that game on tape. I don't know what happened, but they had a strong showing there, and then probably the big game of the week is the Coffeyville Hutchinson game at Hutch.
Okay. We're all out of time this week. Skip, I'd like to thank you for joining us this week, and also like to thank Joe and Jay and Doug for our special interviews, and we'd like to invite the Red Raven fans to attend the Hutch game. If you can't, you can listen to it on KGGF, and that will start at 7:30 Saturday night. And I'd like to thank you for joining us, and for Skip Foster, I'm Raymond Bell. Have a good evening.